Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a twilight shoot on this 1,800 square foot home in Phoenix. As always, we're going to go through and get it set up, so let's get started. All right, so first things first, looking at the for sale sign here, I'm going to go inspect, see if I can remove it from the post. I'm also looking at the front yard. I think it's pretty moist, so I don't want to get my feet too dirty, but let me go ahead and just remove this from the hooks. I don't know which side of the home is going to be better to put this for right now. Let me see. You know, there's a fence right here. I can probably put it on the other side of the fence. All right, and if I put it along this wall right here, I don't think it'll show up in any of the photos from that direction. Now this home is on a Supra lockbox, so we're gonna use the Supra key to get in. Super nice house, like a complete remodel. And the person that actually hired us is the stager. We do both the regular photo listing photos, and we also focus on the staging. So it's gonna be a little bit different, or we'll just have some additional staging photos that we'll take at this particular home. Let's see. All right. So let's go in. Now this home is, I think it's been redone from top to bottom. Probably new walls, everything. So anyways, as with any home, I'm just gonna go around turning on lights. I'm paying attention to the color of the bulbs as well. They look more fluorescent. And this might look bad if we do interior twilights. Like you have twilight or tungsten colored bulbs right here, and then these ones are really fluorescent. But, you know, if we needed to, we could always turn it off. All right, now let's see if we can find all the switches. Yeah, all the can lights look like they're all consistent color. Let me come over here. Oh, there's a fan outside. Turn that off. That's the can light outside. I don't want that fan to be on. All right, let's see if we can get these lights on here. Now, I'm looking at this home has some really nice appliances. Viking appliances are very expensive, so we'll definitely want to make sure to get pictures of that as well. And the garage has some really nice lighting as well. All right. Now there's no additional switch for, oh, here we go. We have a little switch right here. Let's see if I can get the light to turn on. Hold on. I'll turn on the fan so the light will turn on, and then the fan, turn the fan off. And then they have these extra pieces of carpet. Just make sure you have clean shoes on. And we'll put these back once we're done, but I'm gonna hide them in the closets for right now. The pictures look a little nicer. Wow, bathroom looks really nice. And it's got a nice light around it, but yeah, tungsten and fluorescent. We'll see how it looks. We may consider turning off the fan light. And then this fan light isn't on, so this looks like a master. That looks like an outside light. All right, we have a nice barn door entrance right here. Whoops. Wow, this is an amazing shower. So we'll definitely get some shots in there. Now in here, I don't plan on taking any shots in here, but if we were, definitely hide this on the floor. Coming into this closet, looks good to go. Now I'm looking at the color bulbs. I actually put a 1/4 CTO gel on my flash to kind of mimic more of a daytime color than a fluorescent, but with all these can lights that are fluorescent might be the color to go with. And then in the kitchen, so all the kitchen, and then there's also some under lighting LEDs here, and it has a big blue tint to it. So I'm probably gonna take pictures with them off, and then I'll probably get 1 or 2 with them on for them as well. Let me see if there's a hood light under here. All right, we'll leave that on for now. See how it looks in the photos. All right, let's come down to this side of the home. I'm just gonna leave the light off in the middle of the fan actually. I'm gonna hide this piece of carpet. This one actually is a really nice closet. It's got nice built-ins. I'll probably get pictures in here as well. So I'm probably gonna choose to put the piece of carpet somewhere else. And we have another one right here. And then this one has a rug on the floor, and it's not very straight, so I'll straighten out that rug. We have a roll of toilet paper right here on the back of the toilet. So I'm gonna be putting that on the floor where it's out of sight. Still nowhere to hide these. Let's see how this closet looks here. This one has nice built-ins as well. I might get a picture with that open as well. So, let me turn on the lights. All right. This is an interesting one. We have a single can light that is tungsten. These other 3 are fluorescent, so it might look odd in this room for the pictures. Let me turn this on. I'll turn off the fan, turn on the light. So interesting. So we'll have a couple judgment calls as we go through this house. Let me look at the pantry real quick. Pantry looks nice. Get a picture with that open and closed. And I'm just gonna put these in the other closet so that they're all together, and I'll just make sure to put them all together. And this one has nice walk-ins, but with the things hidden back there, I'll probably just open up one side for these photos. All right. So I feel pretty confident. Let me go out back just to double check the home and see what we're working with. We have a rug right here, which will move. I'll just put it on the side of the home. Now, this grassy area is very moist, so we don't want to be tracking stuff back into the home. So we'll be pretty careful. If our feet get all wet or something and we're going back in, I'll probably take my shoes off. I'm just gonna put that piece of carpet on the side of the home right there. When I'm taking a picture from over there, it's not gonna show up too much. It's not too perfect on this side. We have a ladder and some tools, but I'm not gonna move those items. I'll focus on the home. So anyways, we do have some lights along the edge here that I'm seeing that we didn't light up. Let's see. There we go. I mean, all those on the edge are tungsten, all of these are fluorescent. So we'll have to kind of just see how it looks in camera whenever we get to the time to take the twilight photos. It's not going to be too noticeable right now during the day, but it may definitely be something to consider, or turn on or off the lights when it becomes lower lighting outside. So anyways, that's it for the setup of this home. Now we're going to go outside, grab the camera, and start shooting the daytime style photos. All right, so heading back out front, I did notice a few things that we missed. There were some papers on the countertop, so we're going to want to hide these in a drawer and make sure to put them back out once we're finished with the photos. And then this phone charger as well is kind of distracting. So let's move this up here and just make a mental note to make sure to put them back once you leave. Don't forget about them. All right, guys, so we're back out front. As always, we're going to start with the center shot. Now the sign was already installed, but now that I'm looking at it, it is a vinyl post. We could potentially move it out of the way. Potentially. Let me take a look at it. Yeah, it's on an easy one. Let me move it to the side real quick. Get a little more exercise. All right. Looks good. I'm gonna scoot back. I'm gonna raise up my tripod. I'm gonna start with that center shot here. Let me zoom in on the house. Whoops, I feel like my camera's tilted up. Turn this way here. Here we are. A little more. Just trying to balance out the home. All right, now I'm gonna go left here. Got neighbors walking in and a car coming. We'll wait. Hello. Hi. All right, so I'm gonna zoom in. You can see my shadow on the street. So scoot back and zoom in. There's another car coming, but I think I can get them off before, so then we can move to the other side. All right, so I'm gonna stop here where I can see the side of the house. Zoom right there. All right. All right, now if we wanted to, we could, if you wanted a closer up shot. Hold on, let me drop these. I'm just gonna show what it would look like if we got a closer shot, because there actually was a truck here earlier, and so sometimes you're kind of confined with space. This actually looks good as well. The reason why I like this shot is because of how green the grass is. I'm not cropping off any side of the house, so this shot actually looks good to me. So I'm gonna grab it as well over here. And then let's see, so we got a wide shot. Let me get got the nice landscaping here. Zoom in, kind of entryway, show the numbers on the house. All right, now we'll just go in. I'm gonna be shooting flash HDR. I have the quarter CTO gel on my flash. Since it's still daytime, I'm gonna, a lot of lights coming in. I think this will look good. So usually we're getting a shot when you first walk in, but since we're just walking into the front door or just two walls, then we're not gonna get that shot here. But I'm gonna start with a pretty wide shot out here, just showing how big the room is when you first come in. Let me tighten this down. Now I'm at level 5 on my flash setting. See how it looks. Looks good. All right, we move in a little closer to this table. I'm gonna drop the tripod a little bit. All right, that looks good. I'm gonna get this corner of the table. Now there's a backhoe out across the street. There were a bunch of cars previously, so that's not as distracting as it was before. And with tables like this, I do like to try to get some straight on shots as well. You can also kind of see the front door, where it comes in. You can see right here, I'm gonna have to reshoot it because the shutter didn't get out of the way. I'm at f4, so I'm gonna bring my aperture back up to 7.1. I shouldn't have that issue here. Let me just double check my other ones just to make sure. Oh, yeah, there was yeah, and that one as well. And that one at the top, it's all dark. So we're gonna have to basically restart the shots. Good thing I was reviewing. All right, so our first shot was this wide shot. I'm not gonna worry about deleting them right now. I will once I get in front of my computer. But I'm just gonna redo the shots. Just double check. Shutter speed's better. Come in here. Let me scoot back a little bit and then zoom in so that tabletop doesn't look as distorted. All right, so we got coming this way. I guess we'll work on the kitchen over here now. Start with the wide shots. Man, that backhoe is kind of distracting, or not necessarily. I mean, it doesn't look that good. I wish they had some type of window covering. For this shot, I got the pantry in it as well. So one shot with it open, one shot closed. All right. And then I did like the more zoomed in shot as well. Like further back, zoomed in on that kitchen. That looks nice. Yeah, it's very clean looking. All right. Zoom back out, get the essence of this kitchen here. Now that's a Viking microwave, so I'm being sure to get that Viking symbol on there. Scoot it back a little bit. Oh, my camera's not very tight there. All right, let me lower it. We have a Viking range as well. So let's get this shot here. You might not be able to read it so much because the sun's blasting in on it. So we'll make sure to get these more towards twilight as well. So if I step right here, I am just all in this shot. It's going to be hard to get your camera out. I mean, we could get a straight on shot of the range here if we wanted to, which I'm going to go ahead and get. I'll probably raise this up just a little. That's pretty good. A little distorted because we're close and it's at 16 millimeter, but that's what we're working with here. All right, let's get the sink. Nice looking shot. You can see a little bit of the backyard. Outside. All right, and we haven't really got anything of, there's like a little wine cooler right there. So I'm gonna lower this right here. Focus on this side of the kitchen. So we started on this side, so now I'm gonna get this angle, looking back this way. There's a lot of great features in this home and selling points. This home is very photogenic, so it'll be easy to be at over 100 photos for sure. But we'll have to just kind of be intentional about what we deliver to the customer. All right. Here, if I go wide out, I'm kind of cutting off that. And you can see how distorted this line looks right here. It's coming out, it's pulling. So what I'm going to do is zoom in a little bit, and it's not as dramatic. And then that's a Viking refrigerator as well. So now I'm going to get a wide shot on that refrigerator in the pantry. Let me just double check, make sure my flash wasn't too overbearing. That looks pretty good. All right, now let me just go through the kitchen shots real quick just to make sure I captured everything. I feel pretty confident in those. All right, so now we're gonna turn to this space right here. I'm just gonna start right here in the corner. So we can go wider. I think I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. All right, that looks all right. Maybe a little higher. I think that looks a little better. It's almost like too close on the couches. All right, let's go behind this couch. See if we can get a straight on shot. This looks all right. That corner is not really an option since there's a lamp right there. We could get a straight on shot just looking outside of this space. We can just back up. That's why I like these open floor plan homes. You have a lot more flexibility in the angles you can capture. All right. Now I'm gonna lower here. There's a wall here, otherwise I would have come back a little bit more to show that staging right there. I'm kind of looking at, I can see the bounce of my flash because these are fluorescent colors. Actually, that might be from that tungsten light. Let me take a picture over here. Yeah, because it does have like a little bit of an orange tint on the ground before I even taken the pictures. But if the lighting isn't matching up with what I have on here, I'll just remove the CTO gel. It still looks good to me. So, all right, let's keep going. All right, so I got the essence of this space here. All right, so usually I'll go towards the master first, so we'll start over here. Is this the master? No, I think the master's over here. All right. Now, do we want to transition to this space over here? I don't know if we could really get a good angle. We could get this angle with the nice plant there, just to kind of get an idea of what this wing of the house. Get a little bit of the refrigerator, so you can kind of connect to what you have already seen in the pictures. All right. And now we'll just start here at the master entry. Yeah, I'm thinking it looks a little bit too orange already, so let me take a picture with this off just to see what it looks like. Yeah, I think it looks better without the CTO gel on it, since There are fluorescent color bulbs. I'm just gonna put my gel in the back pocket and we'll just shoot without it. But you never know what kind of lighting scenarios you're gonna run into. So it's some of those more tungsten filled, like more browns, those ones likely your gels are gonna come in real handy. But these ones that are like newer gray style homes, you may not need it. All right, so here we go on the sped. Now I'm pretty close to features. I'm just trying to see if I flashed it too hard. It looks pretty bright on the bed, so I'm gonna reshoot it at level 3. See, now you can see the detail on the bed right here. It was basically blown out. All right, let me get a straight on shot here on the bed. Man, I feel like this thing is making all kinds of noise. I'm just gonna put it right here and pick it up later. All right, so let's focus here on the master bed. Let's see if we get a straight on shot. Yeah, this is an excellent shot as well. And then there's also like a separate sitting space right here I want to make sure to capture as well. So I'm going to come over here. Probably zoom in a little bit so it doesn't look so awkward. All right, that looks pretty good. Now we'll transition to go into the master bath. So we're kind of center up that barn door. All right, that looks good. All right, let's move in. Probably keep it pretty wide here. A lot of mirrors and reflections, so not sure how the flash is going to do in here. We'll see. Not bad. You'll just have to watch out for bright spots. This one's likely going to show up in the picture. And there's already pretty dang good lighting in here, so I'm going to shoot it again without the flash on. All right. I'm going to come in here and get this other vanity. Let me lower it a little bit so it doesn't look so stretched. Maybe raise it up. All right, now the shower. Let's be very careful. There we go. All right, now we're no reflection. I'm going to try to scoot back as far as I can so we can capture this whole shower. We have that shower head that just comes straight down as well, so I want to make sure to capture that. All right, let's come in here. And I'm going to shoot the bath tub. All right, and then I'm going to turn around. Whoop, and shoot this. I'll probably raise it up to see if I can capture that shower head, which I'm not. So I'm going to lower it down since I can't capture it, just to show the edge of the flooring. But I can clearly see my reflection in that fixture right here. So I'm going to get out of the way. Thing was like a mirror. I didn't even realize it. All right, that's much better. All right, now you got to be very careful around all this glass. And I might as well leave it open in case we decide to shoot it again later. And now we'll just come. Let me see if I can kind of show the closet in relation to the bathroom and the bedroom. So in this shot, I can see the bed, I can see the vanities, and then I can see the closet. So this is a good transition shot just to show how the layout of the home is. And I'll come in here, just get a nice centered shot, straight on. And I'll probably get one going the opposite direction as well. So we'll see. All right. Awesome master closet. All right, everything in this house is so white, so I want to be very careful not to scuff anything with my tripod. All right, so we got the master cover, so now I'm just gonna go into the next bedroom over here. And I'm gonna shoot towards the corner, the opposite corner. I'll turn the flash back on. We got a nice closet and bathroom in here, so let's see here. Let's go level 5. We'll see how it reflects it on that windows. Looks pretty good. And now let me get a straight on shot. I've been liking these more straight on shots lately. All right. Actually, this is where I'll get one shot with them closed and then I'll open it. And we have our carpets in there. I was gonna open up just one, but I think 2 looks better. So I'll just move these for the picture and then put them back in. All right, let's move on to the bathroom. Now this rug's a little crooked. Straighten that out. I'm trying to get into this corner here. I can definitely see my reflection in the shower. So I know I'm gonna have to move out of here. This looks good. But I don't know about that flash. Yeah, that flash doesn't look good. All right, now do we want to get another shot just focusing on the shower? I would say so. I think this is a very photogenic house, so it's hard to kind of choose which shots and which ones to take and which not. Just trying to get a little bit of that shower head, which I do have in the image. Get out of the shot. All right. Now, I'm gonna take another shot as well because I'm gonna try to get my camera's reflection out of the shot. Sometimes when you have a whole lot of lines and you have a camera and tripod reflection and a bunch of glass, it's really hard to remove and make it look nice without spending a ton of time. So let me just get the shot here. Angled. Get the shower but without the reflections. I feel like this house is all fragile, man. I gotta be very careful around here. All right, here we go. Laundry room. I do like the door, how it has like glass windows. So I'm gonna lower it. I'll get a shot going in. And then a corner shot. The corner shot doesn't look that great. Let me see if I can somehow get a straight on shot. Actually, there's a folding station or a little cabinet over here. So what I'm gonna do in here is get a straight on shot that way and a straight on shot this way. I didn't really like the corner shot angle so much. I think this is gives us a better idea of what is in here. All right, so from here, let's move on. We have the garage. The garage is kind of messy. Has like an old refrigerator and a old table. So what should we get? Should we just try to avoid these things and just get the inside 2-car garage? I think this is probably going to be our best bet here. I'm not going to zoom in. I still want to show how wide it is. We'll get the back of that, but shooting the opposite direction is not going to add much to it. So I'm good with that one shot in the garage. All right, so now we're going to move to the other side of the house. Got everything here. Let me get a transition shot where we can see, all right, now we're heading this way. All right, so let's move down here. Let's get that corner shot. And now we'll get this shot, corner shot. I'm gonna get another shot of this closet since it's a walk-in. Let me turn on the light. We'll see how all this lighting mix looks. Looks very orange in that cove, but that's all right. Wonder if might be too dark. Let me see. You know what? Actually, it doesn't look that bad. So with the light off might be a better option. Whoops. Might be a better option because of the color temperature difference in the bulbs. All right. I'm having all kinds of trouble with my tripod over here. All right, so let's move on to this bathroom. Man, all these bathrooms are really, really nice. All right, I can see my reflection a little bit in the shot. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the shower door so we're not getting that reflection. And I'm gonna go closer and get that shower shot as well. And raise up my tripod to see if I can get some of that shower head, which I got a little bit. All right, let's move on. All right, now we're gonna shoot here towards the opposite direction. This room has more of a magenta tone. Let me see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick this corner here. And this closet has built-ins as well, so I'm gonna get the closed shot and then the open shot. All right. Let me go ahead and shut these back. So I'll probably leave if I do shots in the rooms again, I'll probably just leave the closets closed now, since I have at least one shot of the closets open. All right, so now we're gonna head out back, finish the interior shots. So I'm gonna start with what it looks like when you first walk out. Got a really nice fan. You can just barely see. Then I'm gonna get this corner over here. Let me scoot up a little bit. Make sure to get that setting over there. So I got all of that. So now I'm going to get this setting. Then I'll also want to make sure to turn around and get the master bedroom access from the porch as well. Now, homes that have a whole bunch of can lights, especially on the interiors, usually don't need a lot of help from like a external flash source. You know, it really just depends on the house, how much lighting it has in there, and if it could use a little extra bump. But you know, some of the best photos are the ones with no flash, for homes that have amazing lighting already built in. Like this has a whole slew of can lights. So here I'm going to try to center this up so that those fan blades aren't all distorted in the corner of a shot. All right, so I feel like I captured the essence of the porch. So now we're gonna transition to the grassy area, which is also very nice, but definitely moist. So we're gonna have to watch where we step so we don't get a bunch of mud. All right, and then in this shot we have that ladder. I'm gonna zoom in just enough to avoid all of those tools. I guess I'll head this way first and then get a center shot and then that corner. Let's see how bad this grass is. I guess it's not that bad. It definitely is pretty soft. All right, so we have sun coming straight into the camera. So sometimes you can manage the flare. Like the sun is so low that I can't like block it from the camera. It's way too low. So I'm just gonna get this shot, get what I can right now. But likely this angle is gonna look better with the sun out of the picture. All right, let me just see real quick. Yeah, I did capture the side of the house as well. Do we wanna get a straight on shot or a corner shot? Yeah, we could get a corner shot here. Got a lot of landscaping along that fence. And since there is a bunch of stuff on the outside of this house, like that ladder and tools, you kind of got to use your best judgments on the angles that don't display those kind of things. All right, so we're gonna come back here. Probably get a center shot. The sun's way over there, it might still show up, but we can probably zoom. And in this shot, there's no way around getting that ladder out. And I'm gonna hold my hand out here to kind of block that sunlight. All right, now we're gonna transition to this other corner. And I'm not gonna scoop, I'm gonna scoop in enough to avoid these random wood slats. And I'm gonna cut it off at the corner of the yard. And all right, that's good. So I got a straight on shot, got this. I think maybe another shot just closer in that shows the porch, the staged area, and then the master access. Let me see if I can get that roof line a little straighter. And then you can see how blown out the sky is here. This might be one where we may need to do a sky replacement, just depending on how the photo looks. All right, guys, we're all finished with the daytime professional photos of this particular home. Now it's just a matter of waiting for the sun to set a little bit more before we start on the twilight portion of this shoot. I feel really confident in the shots that we did get during the day, so I know exactly which shots we want to get when that time is perfect. So now we're going to go out front, wait a little bit, and then get started on the twilight photos.